9 years ago, Sri Lankan migrant Shanika Fernando opened Australia's first pay-as-you-feel restaurant, Lentil is Anything.
I just wanted people to have great food, whether they can afford it or not.
We have no prices on our menu.
It worked, and now he has 3 venues around Melbourne and 100 staff from every corner of the world who rely on Lentil for jobs, visas and survival. But Shanika's best managers, Grace and Ramesh, have resigned. Customers have stopped coming. And if they can't start paying off their $160,000 debt, they'll be shut down.
Our focus has to be on quality.
Can Shanika pull off the impossible and drag Lentil back from disaster?
Why are you inside and not outside?
I'm part of something that's ripping people off.
Or is the dream finally over?
Hi there.
Ramesh?
Isn't available right now. Please leave a detailed message after the tone.
Lentil is Anything is in free fall. Its management team is gone, and its founder, Shanika, is on his own.
I've been thinking that bloody hell, this could all be over. But then again, it's going to be a measure of whether Lentil is valued by people as well. The experiment has come to its revelation.
He survived on generosity and trust for 9 years, but it's not going to work this time.
I've experienced precarious times with Lentil before at the very beginning, but it was one tiny shop in St Kilda with a staff of 2. It's a very different picture 10 years down the track with 80 to 100 people relying on it. All I knew was I couldn't let Lentil close. That was the bottom line. I'm gonna wait for you. We owe people money. We didn't have money to pay wages. So is it ethical to then close and not pay these people anything? Is this one?
But where will the money come from? He goes over the books with his last remaining manager, Priscilla, and discovers that there's no cash at all. Desperate to buy himself some time, Shanika chases a quick loan.
I think if we have $40,000 tomorrow, we'll be back on track and things will be manageable.
Hi, you've called Darren Johnston from Westgate Business Banking. Please leave a message after the tone and I shall return your call.
Sure.
The banks won't touch him. But Shanika has an even bigger problem. His flagship restaurant is empty. Customers have abandoned Lentil. And the question is, why?
A person is hungry at home thinking, okay, where do I eat? Pizza, McDonald's, Lentil. Oh, I'll go to Lentil as anything. Yeah, the food's not that great, but great philosophy. That's just not going to happen.
It's time for drastic action.
Our focus has to be on quality now. The way I feel at the moment is we can't worry about expenses. We have to get good people in charge of the food and service and get it so that no one walks away with a bad experience. We have to get that gun chef in here, especially to the Abbotsford Convent.
Enter Errol, master chef to royalty.
Lentil will be the best restaurant in the city.
Amazingly, Shanika has convinced his old mentor to come out of retirement and take charge of the Lentil kitchens. Shanika can't believe his luck.
Wow! Wow!
I worked with kings. The first job that I got was in Saudi Arabia, which he was Prince Fahd, and his brother was King Khalid.
Wow! I was watching you, Errol. So you were doing it like a scrambled egg?
You have to scramble it in the middle.
Ah! Little tricks. Look at the difference. Errol's omelette, my omelette.
Shanika gives Errol carte blanche to turn Lentil around. And he's getting results. But Errol is a take-no-prisoners boss, and Sham has to adjust to his new role as sous chef in what used to be his kitchen.
It's going to be tough on me, that's what Shanika said. But I'm trying to be very polite, because I have so much passion and love for this place.
Sharnika knows it's going to take a food and service revolution.
Hi, Jess. Nice to meet you. How many days a week?
He hires hospitality professional Jess to train up the staff and run the restaurant like a restaurant.
To put things into place here.
Yeah. Jess brings passion and an extraordinary level of experience in the hospitality industry.
Sounds great. Fine dining background. Definitely tough for me. Great, you start at 4 p.m. That was at 1:56.
But Jess soon discovers that achieving 5-star service at Lentil will not be easy.
3:10. Wow, so that was an hour and 10 minutes ago. He agreed to work on the floor at 4 p.m. Then all of a sudden it's Gargan walking on the floor. Then it's Gargan needs to go to the city for over an hour and come back. I don't understand. I don't understand how this is all happening in an hour. It's like an hour ago, yes. I would have got someone else.
Meanwhile, Errol is turning the kitchen on its head and directing all energies towards the launch of his secret weapon.
I started the buffet because that's something that usually works, you know.
But not everyone is convinced that Errol has all the answers or that the buffet is a good idea.
From a service perspective and a training perspective, it's extremely negative because basically they're helping themselves, so all you're really doing is clearing, whereas at least when you're taking an order, it's initiating a conversation. And also, if they take a meal order... Sahil, can you serve? Can you serve, please?
He has the pins, take the pins for me.
The buffet is the last throw of the dice. Because we were at that point, we were on the brink of the cliff. It was very precarious.
Errol's buffet has to work because there's no plan B and people's jobs, visas and futures are all on the line. If this final experiment fails, so will Lentil. Errol's buffet is perfect for Lentil. It's a showcase of international culinary delights, quality vegetarian food and plenty of it. And it's a hit with the customers.
I needed to see this today, just to be reassured that Lentil is here and the community supports it.
Good, so I know what you say. It's the best restaurant in town. Yeah.
In one short week, Lentil's fortunes turn a corner and suddenly there is new hope.
Great.
Everything's all right down there? Yay!
People are really, really happy with the food. There was one lady who actually said, food has improved so much. How come? And then I said, well, we changed everything. Everything is changed now, everything is new except me.
Sharnika's faith in Errol has been rewarded.
I can't leave these boys, they're so good.
And so has his spend money to make money approach.
So Friday was 4,928. 6 grand, 5 grand, it's 11 grand plus 4 grand. 15 grand for the weekend, for the long weekend.
Sharnika immediately decides to go further and bring in Sri Lankan street food, soups and cakes. With customers lining up now, Sharnika hires more staff, including hospitality pro Hannah, to keep the service flowing.
So 1 soy latte, 2 tablespoons.
They're ordering twice as much now, and it's putting extreme pressure on their fruit and veggie supplier, Bruce, and his struggling one-man operation.
We've got 150 people booking on Friday night.
People booked for Friday night.
We'll probably do 2 deliveries on Thursday. We'll go to Abbotsford. I presume they want a delivery then.
I have an idea. I can send Chiran to come and do a pickup from here.
Yeah,
Would that help you?
But while the buffet is working, Priscilla and Jess know they still have the debt to tackle. And $100,000 of that is owed to Bruce alone.
I've got it up to date up till about 1 week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Since
the invoices?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's summarised. I've summarised them all. And that'll tell you where you're at.
Yeah.
Not 100% worked out. I think if you looked into the books now, you'd find that you're not quite making it as much as you could.
likely take. Okay, so if we're making more, we've gone from $8,000 to $16,000 in takings. Why is none of the Bruce debt or none of the major debt being chipped off when takings have doubled?
The major difference is because we had to have a whole lot more staff on because apparently we didn't have enough staff on, so we've just made the extra money, but the extra money is just being all spent on extra staff.
On Sunday we had 21 people working inside, where you could work with about 7 or 8 people. About 5 or 6 guys came in and said, Shanaka, we don't have a job, we just want to come and work here. Let's go in and work.
It's not in my nature to enforce practicality and cost-cutting and pragmatism in any form. You need an advance. I have some money left over from shopping. Shall I give it first and then you can write it down later?
Syl's doing such a great job saving money and everything, but problem is when Shanaka says write a stupid dollars check, she writes a stupid dollars check. Because he's the boss. And there lies our problem.
The wages bill is blowing out and the managers urgently confront Shanaka. But it's not just the number of people on the payroll, it's the way they're being paid.
But she comes in on Saturday nights, only stays for about 3 hours and apparently gets paid $100 for it. The only reason I bring it up is nothing against the do it or whatever. If it was going to come under our budgets, with the do it sitting there on $100 for 3 hours, it just counts as what we've worked out with everyone else. If that makes sense.